Okay, hey, Alex, this is Bo. I told you I'd send you an email, so um, here we go. ChatGPT.com. Once you get that account, then now there's free accounts, and then there's some that are like 20 bucks a month. 20 bucks a month gets you some more stuff, but the free version works really, really well also. So when you open it, most likely you won't have this stuff down below. I'm not sure, but you'll have this. And obviously there's multiple ways to communicate. You can do your typing, you can actually dictate, and then it's going to convert your voice to text, or you can have a conversation. So when it comes down to just, well, I mean, I guess I'll show you real quick. Like, hey, give me I'm going to be in Amarillo and Lubbock area in January and February. Are there going to be any cutting horse competitions? Search the web, see what you can find. Now it's going to take my voice and convert it, and then I just run the question. So here it goes. It's searching the web. I'm from that area. Uh, and that's one of the things that I've always been around was horses and cutting horses, and I follow a couple of guys. So yeah, it came up. It looks like the Panhandle Cutting Horse Association's got something January 10, February 20. Okay, so real simple. It went out searching the internet for us. So it's a great tool for that kind of stuff. But then I can drill down a little bit and say, well, what's the purse? So let's see if it finds the purse. No purse. Pub posted. No purse posted. So there you go. A little bit of info. Right now that's just using ChatGPT's just to start a new chat. Now, when I was talking to you about projects, then I made one for my daughter's honeymoon, right? Which, in a nutshell, if you had a trip or some project you're working on, whether it's your legal stuff or I think you mentioned something about you and your mom wanting to do a trip or whatever, then I went in, like I said, new project. I named the project, right? And just say, test. And I'm going to put a dot in front of it. Should put it at the top of the list. Create project. All right, now I got my test. And while instead of hitting a new chat, I go to test, and up in the top right hand corner, I can add some instructions, right? Add instructions. And then so what you're doing is when you ask it a question, it will go read those instructions first. So let's just look at this. Here's the honeymoon project. And if I go and look at the instructions that I put in honeymoon, it's help and plan for Avery and Brendan a 5 to 7 day beach honeymoon. Here's the dates. I said put the dates in, and I told them where they're going to depart from Dallas or Houston. They live in Dallas, and but in a nutshell, I created these instructions, and it me and AI asking AI to help me create the best instructions is how I created these. All right. So now if I was just to type something simple into it, then it knows to go read these instructions. Here's the travel window. Here's the type of, so it could be beach, it could be walkable. It's relaxed honeymoon vibe. Always tell me about the weather. And then it tells me what I want it to show me, right? And I can literally give you this project instructions, and then you can edit the dates or tell it to get rid of the words honeymoon, and not looking for honeymoon vibe, even though it doesn't really. I don't know what a honeymoon vibe is. Anyway, there's quite a bit of information, um, asking it to give three options whether I. Okay, so I'll just shut up and just type in, oh, West Coast. Now, so West Coast is such a broad range. I told it in the instructions, if I give it a broad place to go, like a country or an area, to then give me three options of where to go in that area: Santa Barbara, Laguna Beach, Carmel, right? And then it talks about flight options for those three with some estimated cost. It gives lodging options for each of them, right? And then it does some budgeting work, so on and so. Or I had it give me some excursion ideas. So it gave three at each of those locations on the West Coast, right? But let's just now, if I go right here and hover over that, and then click edit message, I can narrow it down, or at the bottom, I can just say, all right, well, I like Laguna Beach. So now, instead of giving me three options here, Santa Barbara, Laguna Beach, and Carmel, now I'm gonna just say, all right, we're going to Laguna Beach. What do you think? And you put Laguna Beach in there. Now it's going to give you three options of areas, and the best areas and the best neighborhoods that are going to be walkable to the beach, walkable to the cute coffee shop, restaurants, areas. So here's one: Laguna Beach, best area, Main Beach, or Forest Ave, or Heisler Park. Here's the flights. Here's options for lodging, and three different lodging. Here's then back to the budget stuff. And so you can just really drill down, right? If you want to learn how to do this type of stuff, then I'd certainly help you, because knowing how to work this tool is unbelievable. This is a paradigm shift in our life. And I mean, even though uh, I'm kind of obsessive about learning how to do this stuff, you could even narrow this down to something as easy as Austin, Texas. And when it gives you, now I just edited the original prompt, which kind of erased everything on the West Coast. And it's thinking a little bit on this one. So it's saying it's not beachable. And then it gave me some options, because there's no beach in Austin, and this thing is geared towards what Avery told me. So they'd like to be near a beach. So here they go. It tells you to go to, uh, uh, yeah, it overrode my request to go to Austin. So it's really simple, and it all boils down to, um, inside of this project called Honeymoon, these instructions on what I told it to do. And if I was to go to a new chat and say, I mean, and now I can have this conversation too. This is fun, especially when you're in your car and you're kind of wanting to just brainstorm an idea. Um, this one does voice to text. This one is literally talking to her. Now, I've told her that she always responds to the name Lucy. I named her Lucy because of that old movie. So here we go. It should be fun. Lucy, you there?
Yes, Bo.
Hey, so help me create the perfect prompt to do some traveling, and it's going to be two people, and I want you to go to the latest news to make sure that there's not a travel ban. And I want you to look at flights out of the Houston area, either airport's fine. I like to fly, after 10 in the morning so that way I don't have to deal with traffic and the long drives. And I really like it's for me. Either way, I want to start with making just the perfect prompt to get me some budget information, some excursions, or what's in the area. And if I was to just type a a country in there, then you'll give me three options for where in that country. If I was to type a city in there, you're going to give me three options in that city. If I was to type a region in there, you're going to give me options in that region. If I was to say skiing, you're going to give me three skiing options. You're going to check the weather or the almanac to tell me about the weather during the period of time that I'm talking to you about. And if I say skiing, you're going to give me a ski report and any of the other pertinent things that a travel agent would do. So I want you to be a badass travel agent. Let's start making the perfect prompt. You ready?
Absolutely, Bo. I'm on it. So let's piece this together into a prompt that turns me into your badass travel agent. Here we go. Perfect travel agent prompt for Lucy. Whether it's a country, a city, or a region, I'll provide you with three recommended options at that level. For example, if you give me a country, I'll give you three different destination ideas within that country. If you give me a city, I'll pick three highlights or neighborhoods in that city. For a region, I'll highlight three interesting spots in that region.
Okay, I hear you. You don't have to repeat everything back to me. I want you to just go ahead and write the text that I can drag and drop into the project instructions. Can you start that now?
Absolutely. Let's get that text ready for you to drop right into your project instructions. Travel agent operating prompt for Lucy. Destination interpretation.
Wait a second. Go ahead and just type it out. You don't even have to talk to me while you're doing it. Okay, just go ahead and type it out. I'm going to end our chat, and I want you to go ahead and just type it out. Can you do that?
Sure thing, Bo. I'll just type it all out quietly for you here, and you can grab it whenever you're ready. Here it is. Travel agent operating prompt for Lucy.
Okay.
When you
So there you go. Maybe I confused it a little bit. So I'm going to tell her to create the prompt now. The fact that I was talking to her was just an example for you guys. Now let's see if she'll go ahead and do it. Okay, so she's doing it. At that point, we're just in a regular chat. At that point, I would go over here to new project, type in travel test, create the project, and put it right there. Now let's go see if she's done. So here's my chats. It's down here. Oh, she must not be done yet. Boop. Okay, so ultimate travel agent, blah, 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 blah. And then I copy it. And then I go to my project, travel test, drop it in, add some instructions. Add those instructions, save it. And then here we go. We're going to travel to, where are we going? Where are we going? We're going to San Fran. See if it knows San Fran. Yep. It's going to assume San Francisco. Okay. Oh, it's giving us a little breaking news just to make sure that that the crime remains elevated. Okay, but it goes ahead and gives us the download. I mean, isn't this pretty amazing, Alex? Just think about. Then that's just on travel. I mean, I know that you're kind of you know, regarding your education with legal and all that. There is so much that can be done now with this new technology that has recently came out that it's literally I'm using it on a bunch of different types of projects. It's let's see, let me shut all these. I'll show you some of the projects. So I'm a trader. So I've got my master trading and I trade futures. I'm working on that wedding for the kids. I got an old man that I'm doing. I've put all his health information in here and then ask questions. I've done some house hunting, and then my attorney. When I have attorney questions, I go here. My taxes and all that. I've got 1,000 questions going on. It's really pretty amazing what can be done, and the more I work on it, the better I get, and the more I learn how to use it as a tool. Yeah, absolutely. I've got a business that I'm building with it at the moment that I'm convinced I'll succeed in automating it to the point that the amount of work that I have to do if I didn't have this tool would be much, much greater than using the tool to automate some of the mundane stuff. That's just ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is just one of many different AI tools that are out here, but this is a good one to cut your teeth on. There's Perplexity, there's Grok, there's this Venice one. Google's got one. I'm not a big fan of that one, but it's getting better. There's just different ones out there. And so that's that. Just reply if you want more information or have any questions or would like for me to send maybe a cut and copy and paste of a project prompt that you can put in the instructions so that way you can see how I would do it, or if you want some more information or explain you to something else, just reply, just ask. I love helping. Okay, over and out.